In the last 7 years, India has faced over 60 documented exam paper leaks. It is a crisis of staggering scale, and for millions of students, it means years of hard work disappearing into constant cancellations. In a functioning democracy, this would be the only story that matters. You would expect the national press to deploy every resource they have, launching investigations and demanding answers from the officials in charge of the system. Instead, there is a strange silence. Despite possessing massive financial resources and sophisticated logistics, the legacy newsrooms have largely looked the other way while the education system is under fire. By stepping back from the story, the establishment media has created a massive institutional void. They have left the public to navigate a systemic collapse without any form of professional accountability. Rather than investigating the leaks, one of the country's top primetime anchors used her platform to launch a furious, unprovoked tirade. Her target wasn't the people leaking the papers, it was the online YouTube teachers. She dismissed them as two-piece creators, claiming they were just chasing views and lacked any real knowledge to be teaching in the first place. It was a revealing choice of targets. While she was comfortable insulting independent educators on air, she remained remarkably silent when it came to questioning the Prime Minister or the actual power structures responsible for the leaks. The anchor's outburst suggests something deeper than a concern for education. It looks more like a preemptive strike against the very people who have started doing the investigative work the media abandoned. While national news anchors spend their time on trivialities or eating street food for the cameras, the actual work of investigating the scams has moved elsewhere. The new investigators are teenagers. 19-year-old Nishagra took it upon himself to probe the official CBSE website, eventually exposing vulnerabilities that showed how marks could be changed and the site could be compromised. Then there is 17-year-old Sarthik. He traced the government's exam tenders and discovered they were being awarded to blacklisted companies, the very same organizations that then played with the futures of millions. And 17-year-old Vedant used social media to gather evidence from across the country, uncovering a pattern of paper swapping and mismatched marks that officials couldn't explain. This is rigorous investigative work. It is being successfully performed not by massive newsrooms, but by high school students with laptops and endless curiosity. These students have the facts, but they lack a national platform. Without a way to reach the masses, their discoveries might never result in actual government action. This is where YouTube teachers have stepped in. They have become a massive megaphone, taking these student investigations and amplifying them to millions of concerned viewers. This attention shift shows up financially. TV Today Network's net profits saw an 80% drop in a single year, falling to just 14 crore. Legacy profits dwindle as audiences move to creators addressing real-world problems. Without traditional accountability, the public naturally looks elsewhere. The attack on YouTubers isn't a sign of journalistic authority. It is the reaction of a media landscape that is losing its monopoly on the public's attention. Many primetime anchors rely heavily on a teleprompter to maintain their image of expertise. It is a manufactured authority that can be difficult to sustain without a script. Online educators who deal in data and subject matter expertise every day have started checking these anchors in real time. They are debunking positive spins and identifying errors that would have gone unnoticed a decade ago. When the anchor tried to label these teachers as a coaching mafia, it backfired. Instead of discrediting them, it united the internet and galvanized students who feel these creators are the only ones on their side. This domestic tension is part of a broader trend. This chart shows India's position on the World Press Freedom Index, where the country has slid down to rank 157. The internet has stripped legacy anchors of their exclusive power to control the narrative. The national conversation is no longer something that can be dictated from a single studio. While the online education space isn't perfect, it is currently providing factual information and investigative effort that the mainstream media is failing to produce. For many viewers, the primetime news cycle has become more about entertainment and defending the status quo than doing the difficult work of journalism. In this new reality, holding the system accountable for massive failures like the exam leaks often depends on independent educators and the students themselves. To find the truth in the modern era, You have to look past the high-budget sets and toward the independent creators who are actually doing the research.